I found this hotel company called Selina that specializes in helping people who work remotely or are digital nomads, which fits in with my criteria. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's DataLyfe, DataLyfe, coming back to you with a more fun video. This time I actually want to talk to you about what my life was like when I was working abroad for a week in Tulum. So if you think this video is going to be interesting, if you're excited to hear it, please remember, like and subscribe. It'll help your boy out a lot. But let's go ahead and let's get right into my experience. So the way this happened was really spontaneous. So I was pretty much just in my apartment, this one right here, bored one Tuesday, and I do this thing when I'm bored, I just start looking at flights. So I was just looking at places to travel. Lo and behold, I found this hotel company called Selina that specializes in helping people who work remotely or are digital nomads, which fits in with my criteria. So I looked and the rates for the hostels were actually very, very affordable. It included free meals and free Wi-Fi, so say less. I booked the ticket and I booked it actually for that Sunday. So booked it on Tuesday for that Sunday. Like I said, it can be very spontaneous, but it turned out to be one of the best decisions I ever made. So come that Sunday, I landed in Cancun, took the bus all the way down to Tulum, and there I was. Wasn't that hard to get there, and let me tell you a little bit about the place I was staying at. So Selina Tulum is a hostel, but it's not only a hostel. There's regular rooms there for people who just want a hotel experience, and then there's also the hostel part where there's a bunch of dorms and bunk beds, which is where I stayed. And compared to a bunch of other hostels, this place is so much nicer. You have a bunch of curtains that you could pull over so you have your own private bed. They give you lockers, and everybody was nice and super friendly. So even though it was my first time staying in a hostel, I mean, it was a plus. I really had no other problems. It was a room with 6 other beds, and the most people that were in there at one time were 2, and those 2 people ended up becoming my friends. So it was a really fun time. And the main reason I picked this place was because they actually have a co-working area. So the co-working area, you can reserve a whole area where you can work from, and they have very fast Wi-Fi there. The Wi-Fi there was great. Now Tulum is not known for good Wi-Fi, but this area really had great Wi-Fi. And along with that, there was Wi-Fi around the entire hotel, so I could work from wherever I wanted to. Also, the co-working area was included in my price, and also a free breakfast was included in the price I paid. I think they were running some sort of special. If you go on their website, it was like 20% off with all included, and they're usually running a special. So it all came included for a very, very low price. And on top of that, there were free yoga classes that I went to one time, I believe. I probably should have gotten more, but there were free yoga classes. There were also paid yoga classes. There were paid massages you could do. There were a lot of excursions and things that you could do with the hotel. I didn't actually do any of the excursions, but they had a lot of things that you could do if you're looking to do this sort of thing. And the free welcome drink is actually an activity where all the people who are new there that day go into the restaurant, they get a free drink, and they get to meet other people. So this entire time, even though it was a solo trip, I was expecting to, be by myself a lot. But what was even better was that I was trying to find time to be myself, because everywhere I went, I was just meeting people, talking to people, and it was great. Like, I loved it. It was the exact opposite of what I expected. And the location of the hotel was amazing. It was right on the beach. You could not get any closer to the beach. And our section of the beach, I noticed other sections had a bunch of seaweed on them. They weren't looking as nice as ours. Selina actually cleaned seaweed off the beach, so it was super nice. There was also a pool right on the beach too, and a little club in there. I don't really like EDM music that much, but they were bumping that all day. But it was a nice place where people were gathering, turning up, having a lot of fun too. So no matter what you wanted to do, you could pretty much just stay there and have a really good time. And overall, I really loved this stay. Like, it was great. What made the location even better for me was, if you've ever seen pictures of Tulum, you've probably seen the famous Tulum jungle gym where they have all sorts of weights made out of wood, bamboo, and all these crazy looking weight machines that you can use. Now, it is kind of expensive to go. In fact, Tulum was way more expensive than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be like Mexico prices, but no, it was like Miami prices. But anyway, the gym, it was a great one-time thing to do. They had a lot of fun equipment to do, and it's literally right next to the hotel. So that's a great location for that if you're into doing that. And then the second day was the day I actually started exploring. I was able to take one of the colectivos, the local buses downtown. It only cost like a few pesos, and I was able to go to some famous spots like Taqueria on a Rio. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. but get some good tacos. They were amazing. And also when I was down there, I was able to rent a bike for a few days. It was so cheap to rent a bike, and that's really was my primary mode of transportation. Once I had that bike, yo, I was mobile, and I was able to go to Tulum downtown, back to the hotel zone whenever I really want to, and that was great. I felt mobile, and I could even park it at the Selina, so everything was great. And as far as other fun things I did while I was there, I did of course go to the cenotes. I went to Grand Cenote and the other Casa de Cenotes that has about 4 cenotes there, and those were absolutely beautiful. I'm gonna show you some footage of that right there, but that was probably the highlight of the trip because the waters were just crystal clear, and it was just an amazing time and an amazing sight to see. And swimming in these cenotes was much better than swimming on the beach, in my opinion. The beach, man, I don't really like waves. There's way too many waves on that beach, but swimming in the cenotes was amazing. Like, you could see a bunch of turtles, a bunch of fish. I would recommend that for anybody there. So, the reason why you're here, what was it like working there? Well, every single day I woke up and I went to the restaurant and got the included breakfast. The included breakfast was huge. It was actually so much. It was easily my best and favorite meal of the day. And because they have Wi-Fi everywhere, they had Wi-Fi at the restaurant, my first hour or so working, I would always be eating breakfast and working from there, taking calls, doing whatever. The Wi-Fi was very reliable and usable. And it's a great view. That restaurant is also right on the beach, so it's a great spot to work. And when I was done with my breakfast, then I would go to the co-working area and I would have my little desk reserved, and I would go there, plug everything in. Wi-Fi was good, it was fun. And the best thing about that area, Wi-Fi, number one. Number two, air conditioning, because let me tell you, it was hot in Tulum and they had air conditioning in there, and it was great. It was a fun place to work. The other people working in there, they were very friendly, they were very welcoming. Some of them spoke English, some of them didn't, but everybody was very welcoming and friendly. And my desk was around a bunch of other desks where people were working, but if you needed to take a private call, there were phone booths, so you could just go into a private area, into the private phone booth, and take those calls. I did that a few times when I had some more important calls. And they also had little office spaces you could reserve and little conference rooms you could reserve too. So they really had it all there. It wasn't a super big area, but it was never that crowded in there, and it did its job perfectly. There was also free water in there and free coffee, which, let me tell you, I drink a lot of water and a lot of coffee. So this was an absolute blessing for me. So I'll work in the co-working area pretty much for the morning session. And then after that, you know me, I always need a change of scenery. So I would probably go back to the restaurant for lunch or eat some leftovers for lunch. And then I would work from anywhere else in the hotel zone. Sometimes I would work on my balcony. Sometimes I would work by the pool. Sometimes I would just go back to the co-working area if it was a very busy day. But the flexibility to work from anywhere was beautiful in that hotel. And as far as actually getting the work done, I mean, with the phone booths for the private calls, the fast Wi-Fi, it really didn't impact my work at all. In fact, I was actually way more productive on this trip, because when I work from home, a lot of times I'm working from right here. If you can't see it, my bed's right there. So it's not the most productive environment when I'm in my apartment, and actually being in that co-working area made me so much more productive. It's actually crazy that I was having the time of my life and being way more productive, because people around you are working, so you're gonna work there too, and you're literally in like a fun office environment. So please let me know if you like this type of video. Let me know where I should travel next, but I plan on doing a lot more traveling and making a lot more videos like this. I even have some more travel videos of past expeditions coming up. So if you like this video, like and subscribe, follow and support your boy. But that's it for now. Peace, deuces. I'm gonna see y'all next time.